But we do have another speaker that we want, and one of the most to hear from, and one of the most remarkable success stories that has been generated by this country in recent decades has been that of the Kerry Group. I mentioned earlier our dependence on foreign multinationals, our gratitude for the number of jobs that have been created. But that's not to forget that there have been in recent decades some absolutely phenomenal and extraordinary Irish success stories. The creation of Irish multinational companies, still headquartered and based in Ireland, but with divisions now spreading globally. And the Kerry Foods Group is definitely, the Kerry Group is definitely one of those which has done the most extraordinary things in that regard. So talking to us about the value of a globally connected, locally led business in times of uncertainty, please welcome the President and Chief Executive Officer of Kerry Taste and Nutrition Europe and Russia, Malcolm Sheil.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Matt, for the introduction. So we're here today to talk about Kerry and the value of a globally connected and locally led business in uncertain times. I've had the pleasure to work for Kerry for 32 years. And in those 32 years, I've never sold a Denny sausage, never sold a slice of Galty cheese, never even sold a tub of Dairy Gold spread. They're all great products, but never sold them. That's because I work for the B2B business of Kerry, our global business, a business that's sales of 5.4 billion globally. A business where, together with thousands of my colleagues around the globe, we strive every day to make the food and beverage that you and billions more people around the globe consume every day that little bit tastier, that little bit more nutritious. So if you ask anybody outside of Ireland and UK what Kerry is, you'll get a simple answer. Kerry, oh yes, they're the taste and nutrition company. So just to set a bit of background of the business that we're talking about here from a global standpoint. Linking back then into Dr. Kyun Jin's discussion on trade in uncertain times. Over my 30 years within Kerry, I've worked in several different continents, between North America, Latin America, and now here in Europe. And I believe at this point, not only to survive in uncertain times, but to thrive and to grow sustainably, there's three key things: people, assets, and a vision. And when we talk about people, yes, we're very proud that we're an Irish company. But to be a truly globally connected, locally led company, we need international teams, the best people locally, to get those local insights, to get those trends, understand how to do business, understand how to compete locally. It's something I personally have spent a lot of time in my career on the people side. If you go to Latin America now, for example, one of our large business that we have in Latin America, 99.9% of our business is led, managed, and operated by local nationals at this point. If we look at our European and Russia business, the business that I have the pleasure to run today, and I stress it's a European and Russia business, it's not an Irish business. We have over 4,200 colleagues. Within those 4,200, we have 67 different nationalities based in 21 different locations. And starting from the top as well, if you look at our executive team, it's diverse. We have a 30% female contribution, and we have 7 different nationalities on the executive team as well. So it's something you've got to get right, got to spend significant time on getting the right people in place. So that's the first bit, is people. Second bit is assets. In the market that we work in, might be slightly different than some of the markets you're involved in, some of the areas you're involved in. We compete with both global players and we also compete with local players. So speed of response and localization is paramount. So based on that, we actually have manufacturing facilities based in 32 different countries, have a total of 135 manufacturing locations. Just in the last 2 years alone, we've built 5 new factories in Asia. Here in Ireland, we're very proud that we have our Global Technology and Innovation Centre based out in Naas. But the importance of that centre is how it's linked into our network of 6 regional development and application centres and 68 application and commercial hubs around the globe. And those centres, they're leveraging and adapting that global knowledge and that global experience to what the needs of the market is, staying agile and staying globally connected and locally led. But most importantly then, the third component, vision. Patrick mentioned it earlier on. You can call it vision, perhaps better put, passion, something that people can really rally around, something that people can take that leap of faith. So back in the early 90s, we as a leadership team took a very ambitious goal. And that goal was simple at the time, to be the global leader in our industry. We rallied all our people around that goal, and that empowered the organization to make the decisions about getting those people in place and getting those assets on the ground when others perhaps were not. So I could talk about many examples over the years of where those 3 things have come together. In Latin America, even in the UK, Asia. I'll take a specific example, maybe just to bring to light, where we talked about where people, assets, and vision have come together. And that was August 2014. More precisely, the 8th of August 2014. And any dairy people in the organization will know what happened then. It was the day after Russia banned dairy and other food product imports from the European Union. And that ban was for 1 year. At that point, we'd had several years' experience, presence in Russia. We had just opened up one of our development application centers in 2013, and we had been planning the construction of a production facility. With the actions of the Russian government, with that ban, our customer base immediately started to look at substitution of dairy products. But not only that, because of the uncertainty, they started looking at, okay, what else do we do? What else are we importing? And started looking for alternative risk assessments. 5 years on, uncertainty continues. The ban on European imports has been extended once again for another year. Customers at this point are looking for 100% localization of their products. Where is Kerry at this point 5 years on? We now have 2 manufacturing locations in Russia and the CIS region. We have over 200 employees based in the region. And of those 200 employees, 197 of them are Russian nationals. And we've been enjoying considerable emerging market type rate growth rates for the last several years in that region. So why do I think we can thrive and not only survive in uncertain times? It's because we had the vision, we had that passion to be the global leader, to be that regional leader, and to be that country leader. We had the assets on the ground, so we were able to react and supply locally. But most importantly, we had the people, the talent to act quickly to the situation. And while always staying globally connected and locally led. So that's been a huge value for Kerry in uncertain times. And that's why I'm still so proud to be working with that forward-looking company called Kerry. So with that, thank you. Matt, I'll hand it back for some questions.
If you could sit down, please.